Evening campers, it's your boy, the colour purple, and I saw Eric Anderson do this video, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna steal her because I think it's a good video. That's the reason. Yes! If you thought my hat game was strong, note my daughter's hat game. It's punchy, it's trendy, it's Peppa Pig, damn it. 26 years old, Kira. You can't afford a haircut. Let's just jump into it. You've read the title. These are some authors I think I will love. And I'm going to start off with the one that everyone most recently has told me to read. Salman Rushdie will always be the first Indian author I really resonated with. Then I had Kiran Desai, who came up with the stonker, The Inheritance of Loss. And is anyone reading it? You better be reading it. I've been told to read Khushwant Singh's Train to Pakistan and Rohingya Mystery time and time again. People have told me read it, but one other person tops that. Vikram Seth. Every single positive hyperbole you can think of, Vikram Seth has been prefixed or suffixed. My high school drama teacher, whose opinion I respect oh so much, says that it's one of the best books she's read. And I used to work with this man, Naeem, and let me tell you about Naeem. Naeem, honestly, is like the greatest person I have ever worked with. Humble, funny, just an all-round great man. So much so, he'd never had a burrito in his entire life. When we had a little lunch break, we went on down, got our burritos, and he was like, it's just a chili con carne in a wrap. And I was like, yes, Naeem, isn't it incredible? It's been his first and last, but I'm going to take it as a positive. I digress. Naeem used to see that I used to read a lot in lunch, and he said he's only read one book, like, out of want. Like, he didn't study it. He actually, like, went, picked up one book and read it. And he said, well, what would you recommend? So I'm thinking, okay, doesn't read much, wants to start. Let's go with something quite short. So I picked up Slaughterhouse-5 because I was currently reading that and enjoying it. So I thought I'd give him that, 55,000 words. And I picked up Herman Hesse's Siddhartha. Because it was short, I've never actually read it. Should I? Probably, maybe. So yeah, I trundle along back to the office and I go, Naeem, you're a fantastic man. I've bought you these books. Please read them and let me know. And if you don't like them, maybe we can think of something else, or I can gift you something that I've read or on my to-be read that I'm never going to get to. And I remember he looked at me and he went, oh, these are shorter than what I've read. And I went, oh, right, so what's the book? And he went, A Suitable Boy. What? You've chosen to read one book in your life and you choose the 1,400 page beast. Like, what a G. What an absolute mad lad. If it's good enough for Naeem, then by God is it good enough for me. So out of Vikram Seth's book, that is the one I want to read. And I generally do think I'll enjoy it. I've heard bad things about the sequel. I can't remember the title. But the amount of messages people have sent me on Instagram. Hey, you follow me on Instagram? Come over. We got giggles, we got books, we got laughs. It's a great old place. The amount of messages I've had from people saying, hey, you want to read A Suitable Boy is like crazy. People are just, it's that book. It's not even, hey, have you read Vikram? It's like, it's A Suitable Boy. Because I know when I'll start, I'll be like, hey, Naeem, guess what book I'm reading? He's going to be like, what? I'll be like, is it A Suitable Boy? And he'll be like, yes. Oh, Naeem. Oh. I'm so gutted I don't work with the guy anymore. I was just blessed. I was absolutely blessed to work with him. Naeem, if you're watching, we do need to meet up, inshallah, inshallah. The second author I think I will absolutely adore. I have currently 2 books because I sent one off with a book giveaway to Faineretti, and if you're not checking out Faineretti, link down below, check her out. I sent her the Wonderboys, and I got, it was like 20 pages in, and I just stopped reading it, but I sent it to her because I think she'll really, really just enjoy it, as would I. But I got Summerland. Technically I stole this, but that's a story. But I really want to focus on Kavalier and Clay because it's about comic books. I don't know of another author who discusses the golden age of comic books, or generally comic books at all. I would love to know if there are any that you can think of. Every one of Michael Chabon's books personally sound incredible. They sound unique and refreshing almost. It doesn't feel as though Chabon is doing the same thing over and over again. He reinvents himself with every novel, it seems, and I really want to actually crack into one of these soon. This author and I have had a very bizarre relationship because I keep buying the books, forgetting why I bought them, wanting to read them, then giving them away. I would confidently say that I've owned at least 5 of his books, all at varying points of my life. It always feels as though I lend them out, never receive them back. I gift them or I cull them. And I don't know why, but it's Laszlo Krasznakori. Laszlo Krasznakori, we're going to go with that. He sparked my attention when he won the International Booker Prize. Before the International Booker Prize used to give it for individual books, they based it on his whole oeuvre of his whole body of works. This book, The Melancholy of Resistance, I picked this up because it sounds like either a pastiche or a retelling of Moby Dick, where in a small Hungarian town a carnival arrives with a dead leviathan as its, or one of its main attractions. And I've not read Moby Dick, but I want to. So my plan is to read Moby Dick and then read this. Oh, flicking through it has no paragraphs. I am aware that Krasznakori is a difficult writer, but sometimes difficult works provide the most complexity and the most answers to meaningful, real questions about life, about the human condition, about everything it is to be you. Actually, as I'm doing the book, I should probably cover the international winners at some point. I'm currently reading The Vegetarian. We'll see. This author, I don't even know why I haven't read, but it's N.K. Jemisin, and I have the full 5th season trilogy upstairs. Each of her books sound captivating, and she seems to be able to wrangle the fantastical element. And from conversations I've had with my wife who's read the 5th season, they're equally political, they're equally charming, they're equally charged and poignant for this time being. That might not actually be the case for the Dreamblood or the Inheritance trilogy, but she's won the Hugo, and I believe she's won the Nebula Prize as well, which are, to me, the epitome of great fantasy and sci-fi works of art. Myriad people who I subscribe and follow, when they review N.K. Jemisin, they are passionate. They're really, really passionate about these books and aren't afraid to sing all the praises. And I want to be part of that team. So I have enough books of N.K. Jemisin. So to say that I haven't got a good place to start is a lie, because I have 6 of her books. Last but not in the slightest least, we have the famed, the cherished, the by God, why haven't I read you yet, Sarah Waters. To explain why I've not read a Sarah Waters, I would have to go down the route of, I know her books are set in Victorian time, and I have such a bad experience with Victorian writers, it puts me off. And I know that is like the worst excuse ever. I just don't like Victorian writing. I find it dull. I find it like excessive in some cases, but not like in a maximalist way. They just talk a lot. This tiny little part of British literature, and I just haven't found a book I've resonated with. A close friend of mine, Amy, who I send books to back and forth, keeps thinking that I've read Sarah Waters, and every time I say I've never read Sarah Waters, she's like, oh my god, why not? This is like so up your street. Even just reading the back of it, Sue Trinder, orphan of Burke, grows up amongst petty thieves, I just get this strong Dickens, Oliver Twist vibe. I tried to read the book and it was boring, and the film was a bit boring. I don't like Oliver Twist at all. But I'm splurting these words, yet I know that this is an intricate novel with so many twists and turns that it's going to keep me captivated. It's going to make me realise why the edge of that seat exists. I just need to break through to the other side. Thank you, Freddie Mercury. Break on through to the other side. That wasn't Freddie Mercury. But he did break through. Who did break on through to the other side? That was Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison and Freddie Mercury, thank you. Thank you for those kind words. What a lovely, quick video. And if you would like to do this video, do what I did. Steal it. Come on in. The door's open. I've put the windows open. I've put a nice little ladder up there so you could just whee yourself in. Steal to your heart's content. Go wild. I will link Carl's video down below, and please, if you've read any of these authors, convince me, sell me in the comments, and I hope you can let me know what authors you want to get to, because that's the video title. Bye.